Hey, it's Marco here, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to avoid getting rejected. And I got inspired to make this video from a student of mine, Alan Walsh from Ireland. He writes, Marco, I'm very nervous about approaching random people in a bar or nightclub to do some tricks. Do you have any suggestions kind of thing? And I get this comment a lot. I get like hundreds of thousands of comments on YouTube every month, and it's big. It's a big concern because if we learn magic, we start learning all these tricks, but we can't go and perform them for anybody. Then we're pretty useless, right? So, what I did is I made this chart behind me. It's basically some strategies that I've used, over the last couple decades, performing magic professionally, and it's really it comes down to 3 obstacles, and if you can overcome these obstacles or get over them, and people are going to think you're awesome, okay? If you can't, people are going to think you suck. Now in this example, there's 2 magicians, okay? Now Magician 1 is able to get over these obstacles. Magician 2 can't, okay? So I'm going to explain what these obstacles are. They're pretty easy. The first one is, the first obstacle is you have to be in the right mindset. If you can get in the right mindset, then you're going to be able to avoid getting rejected. The right mindset is really, understanding and being a realist that not everybody's going to like your magic, or that it may not be your magic, just magic, period, and it's nothing against you, but there is a certain amount of rejection that's going to just come with the territory. I get rejected all the time. David Blaine gets rejected all the time. Dynamo, we get rejected all the time. We may make it look easy on TV, like we're never getting rejected, but we're just like you, okay? You have to remember, we have a camera crew behind us. When we go up to people, start, showing them tricks, if we got a camera crew behind us, people are like, whoa, you guys are big time, you must be really good, or wow, yeah, man, I might be on their TV show, yeah, I do want to watch, So, but if you take that away, it's a different story, and, you're not going to have a camera crew behind it. So, just kind of keep that in mind. Number 2 is you always want to have a positive mindset. You want to think in terms of, I'm going to go into this situation and people are going to love me. They're going to love my magic. They're going to want to see more, and they're going to have a great time. If I've got a show tomorrow, the night before, and even leading up to it, the day of, I've got my eyes closed and I'm meditating. And what I'm doing is I'm going over the show, and I'm envisioning in my mind this movie of me performing for people and them having a great time, or me going up to somebody and say, hey, let me show you some magic, and then saying, sure, yeah, what do you got there? Oh, cool, yeah, oh, I love magic. And I start envisioning all of these positive situations of people like welcoming me to their table or to their group or whatever, inviting me over to show them more and more tricks and having a great time. If you can play that type of movie over and over in your mind leading up to whenever your performance is, you're going to find out that's what's going to happen. People are going to have a great time, and it's if you focus on the negative, if the days leading up you're thinking like, oh man, what if I screw up? What if I go up to a group and they say I hate magic, or you guys suck, or you suck? If you start playing that type of movie over in your head, then man, you're going to be that's the type of stuff that's going to happen to you. In other words, what you focus on is what you get. Okay, so you have to think. You have to have a positive mindset. Okay. The second obstacle you have to overcome, you have to choose your audiences wisely. You want to go up to people that look like they want to have a good time, okay? Don't go up to people that look like they're pissed off or annoyed, and just, when you go into a situation, just look around and say, okay, those 2 groups, who looks like they want to have a better time, okay? And then you go up to that group. Also, if you see a couple sitting at a table, or, and they're standing around, they look kind of bored, maybe they're on a first date, that's a great opportunity to go in there and break the ice for them. The other thing is sometimes there's groups of just men. Sometimes there's groups of just women. And sometimes there's groups of men and women. Going up to a group of men, if you're just starting out, could be kind of tough. Men, they oftentimes they feel threatened by magicians because, you're threatening their intelligence possibly, and so I like to go up to mixed groups of men and women, and generally, so keep that in mind. Women are usually really cool, as long as you go up to them and show them some cool magic. Don't do stuff that they're not interested in, but do something that you speak their language, they're usually really receptive. And last but not least, know what to say. You got to know what to say, how to approach people, how to get your foot in the door. What I like to do, I generally don't like to ask people, hey, can I show you some magic? I mean, you could do that, but what I like to do is put myself in a situation where people invite me over to show them magic. So what I'll do is I'll go into a situation, I'll walk around the room, and I'll be springing cards. And what that does is people start seeing me spring cards, and if you don't know how to spring cards, it's one of the most magical things you can do with a deck of cards. When people see that, they're like, whoa, what, did you just see what he did? Or did you just see what she did? Wow, that's cool. Hey, do you do magic? Come on over here. And people invite you over, okay? And that's what you want. You want people to invite you over. You don't want to have to force yourself on them. So that's one thing I like to do. The other thing I like to do is, I may spring cards, like in a bar or private party or a nightclub, whatever, is get a piece of flash paper and light it and throw it up in the air, and it just the whole room will just like totally be like, whoa, what was that? And then right after you light it, put the lighter in your pocket and start springing cards. People are like, oh man, it's a magician. It must have been that guy over there. And people see that and they're like, whoa, man, come over here, man. Wow, hey, what did you just do? Hey, show us some magic. And people are like, because when they see fire and stuff, they're like, whoa, man, that guy must be good. I don't know what he just did, but man, he must be really good, or she must be really good. So that's really cool. Also going up to people and saying, you can go up to them and say, hey, can I show you some magic? Maybe that's good. I don't know. What I kind of like to do is, if you have a coin or a small object, and you know how to palm it, you can walk by a group or a couple or whatever, and you pretend to pick it up off the ground and say, oh, hey, excuse me, did you drop this? And you show like a coin, and then you go put it in their hand. As they hold out their hand, you palm it, and you drop it in their hand. Of course, nothing drops in their hand, and it just kind of disappears. And people are like, whoa, what just happened? Where did that coin go? And you're like, I'm just kidding. I'm actually a magician. And you reach in your back pocket, you ditch the coin as you're pulling out a pack of cards, and then you go into a card trick. That's like really cool. And that's like a classic, ruse that magicians have been using, for decades and decades, to get people to watch their magic in a very sneaky way. So that's cool. One other thing is, if you're performing in a bar or a nightclub, what I like to do is I like to go up to a group of guys and just say, hey guys, I'm actually a magician, okay? And you see those women over there? I'm actually going to go over there and start performing some magic for them. And what I want you to do is, after I do the first trick, I want you guys to come over there and just kind of crash the party and say, oh man, are you doing magic? Oh, I love magic. Hey, can you show us some too? And then what that does is that gets the guys on your good side, and it also allows you to kind of build your audience and create some like a really kind of big kind of situation where more people could see, whoa man, what's he doing over there? Look at all these people involved. He's doing all these tricks, and it's a win-win for everybody, because the guys want to meet the girls probably want to meet the guys, and you want to look like you're able to like build this big group of fun and entertainment, so it works out for everybody. So that's a really cool idea. So try that out. But look, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to post them below. Be sure to like this video if it's been helpful. Hit the subscribe button. And if you want to learn more magic from me, some really cool stuff that you can't really learn on YouTube, just head on over to onlinemagicschool.com. It's onlinemagicschool.com, and I'll see you then.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is... Please note, the new number is...